In the heat and dust of a forgotten California farm lived an old woman whose life had once been full. She and her husband had worked the land with pride. Their cornfields stretched wide, their animals were strong, and their home had been full of laughter. But time shifts even the strongest foundations. When her husband died, the property shrank, her body weakened, and her days grew quiet. Her daughter lived with her now, along with a son-in-law who slept more than he worked. The daughter, once a bright and happy child, had grown impatient and cold. The old woman spent her days in the hallway, her aching knees resting as she watched the horizon and remembered what used to be. One night, when food was scarce, the daughter and her husband whispered in the dark. "If we do nothing, we will have nothing to eat," the husband murmured. "The solution is simple," the daughter replied. "Mother must leave. We need this house for ourselves." The next morning the old woman sat in her rocking chair, listening to hurried footsteps and the thud of boxes. She stepped outside and saw her daughter and son-in-law stacking her clothes, shoes, and blankets on the dusty road. "What are you doing?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Mother, you must go. We cannot continue like this." "We need the space," her daughter said, refusing to meet her eyes. "Leave my own house," the old woman whispered. No one answered. The son-in-law dropped the last box, shut the door, and went inside. The daughter followed without a word or a touch. The old woman sat on the step and wept until the sun slipped behind the hills. Yet beneath the weight of her pain, she carried a secret. Years earlier, she and her husband had saved money quietly, selling pieces of land bit by bit. She had hidden the savings in a stone box near the cowpen. She had never told her daughter. When darkness came, she rose, walked to the cowpen, moved the stones, and found the money exactly where she had left it. It was enough to begin again. She packed her belongings and walked down the dirt road, past the silent cornfields that had once been her pride. She reached a neighboring farm owned by people who remembered her well. They offered her food, tea, and a small room. Their kindness steadied her. By morning, she asked if there was land for sale nearby. There was. She purchased a large piece of property using the money she had carefully saved. Neighbors helped her build a sturdy wooden house. Slowly, she rebuilt her life. A young boy from a nearby farm became her helper and loyal friend. He carried water, fed the chickens, gathered firewood, and treated her with respect. The old woman welcomed neighbors with tea, smiled often, and never spoke about her daughter. Meanwhile, the daughter and son-in-law lived in the old house, refusing to work. The house decayed. Weeds overtook the yard. Hunger became their companion. One morning the son-in-law finally sought work, wandering through the heat until he reached a newly built, thriving farm. He knocked on the door. The old woman answered.
Segment 2. Empathy and Understanding. Next up, reading fosters empathy and understanding. Through stories, we step into the shoes of others, experiencing lives and struggles different from our own. Books can expose us to various cultures, identities, and perspectives. Studies show that readers are often more empathetic because literature gives us the chance to connect with emotions beyond our own experiences. Segment 3. The Power of Imagination. Reading also serves as a powerful tool for imagination. When we read, especially fiction, we are not just absorbing information, we are creating mental images of characters and worlds. Imagination is crucial for creativity, which can lead to problem-solving and innovative thinking in real life. So, if you're looking to boost your creative thinking skills, grab a book.
The old woman grew sick. She wrote her will with clear intent. "I leave nothing to my daughter. Everything goes to the boy who helped me when I had no one." She passed away peacefully. When the daughter and her husband arrived at the farm, no one answered. Neighbors informed them she had died, and the property had been legally transferred to the boy. Shock rippled through the daughter. Anger consumed the husband. They had no land, no home, no future laid out for them. They left the village soon after. No one ever saw them again. The boy inherited the farm. He remained humble, hardworking, and grateful. Family is not always grateful. Greed and selfishness bring pain. A kind heart always remembers.